You are now watching Rev's Real Talk with your host, Revenge.
Hello, my name's Revenge, and with the year wrapping up, we now approach the season of award shows, 2 of them having already passed. Today, I wanted to give my 2 cents on the Streamer Awards because I have more input on that award show than the Game Award show, particularly the VTuber category, since I'm pretty new to the VTubing scene as a content creator. Chapter 1, Introduction. As we all know, Burnt Peanut won the award for Best VTuber, which is hardly surprising, seeing as the con artist, parrot puppeting, high school click-mongering scum on top have had an obvious disdain for VTubers for some time now. VTubers also face blatant discrimination from Twitch, the same platform that props up these same people. Examples being VTubers being mass banned or disproportionately punished, being given double standards towards nudity and skin exposure that flesh tubers are never given, and top streamers in the industry showing open contempt for VTubers. Chapter 2, Problematic Creators and Behaviors. In this chapter, we will cover 3 problematic creators platformed by not just the Streamer Awards, but also the Streamies and Esports Awards, which puts the validity and value of their awards into question. Our first and possibly prime example is XQC, an unfinished prototype basement cryptid who has major beef with Dokibird, a prominent VTuber, after her esports team whooped his in a Marvel Rivals tournament, and this was after he cried to the judges demanding rule changes that ended up gimping Doki's team. All that crying and bitching, and he still lost. And even to this day, this apoitic subhuman content-thieving word salad-making rancid homunculus is still rotating about it and talking shit about VTubers, saying they're only VTubers because they're actually disgusting 40-year-old men with a voice changer, only to be proven wrong by various VTubers that are actually very attractive women IRL. Hardly a surprising take from this guy, given his fragile ego and toxic misogynistic relationship with women. XQC also has a very long list of controversies on top of that. He's a content parasite that uses other creators' content without permission to pad out stream times, while adding literally 0 input on the video. Then posting his reactions, in air quotes, on his clip channel, cannibalizing the views of small creators. He received backlash for misogynistic comments in 2021 in a GTA server from NoPixel. These comments resurfaced when XQC tried to gain clout by piling on internet punching bag at the time Andrew Tate, who victim-blamed women for being harassed and said that women should be banned from video games. He was permanently banned from League of Legends for toxic behavior and harassment. He was banned from the Dallas Fuel Overwatch League for use of bigoted language and various social media violations. He was also banned on Twitch for stream sniping for a Fall Guys tournament, to which his subsequent winnings were revoked by Twitch. So overall, a misogynistic, hypocritical, gish-galloping content thief and winner of not just the 2021 Streamer of the Year award, but also the 2022 Streamer of the Year award from the Streamies, Best Streamer in the 2022 Canadian Game Awards show, the 2023 Best Variety Streamer award, and the 2025 Streamer of the Decade award from the Esports Awards. That should tell you what these people value. Then there's the fragile, envious, ferally suicidal, misogynistic, malformed meat puppet king of demon time himself, Mizkif, who violated the streaming NDA for the, at the time, upcoming VTuber trading card game, V-Card. Several streamers were given deck-building sets and were only supposed to showcase them 30 minutes before release. Mizkif showcased them a whole 24 hours before release, which is in direct violation of the NDA. And during the stream, he was calling the art featured on the cards AI-generated, and even outright ripping them on camera. And this is all on top of his own controversies, especially as of recent. He's a known domestic abuser that has threatened the life of his ex whenever she was doing better than him when it came to performance on social media, confirmed by his own admission on stream. Threatened murder-suicide via crashing his car, very openly misogynistic in both actions and language, had an incel-level freak out on his Japanese friend after he was told off for disrespecting Japanese culture and playing jungle gym on sakura trees, attempted to minimize and cover up the sexual assault of Adriana Lee by Crazy Slick, and allegedly, said for legal reasons, sexually assaulted his ex. Angry, misogynistic, mentally unstable, zero sense of accountability, and 2021 winner of the Best Just Chatting Streamer Award, and his organization, OTK, is the 2022 winner of the Streamer Organization of the Year. Clearly, a mentally stable person that should be held as a pillar of the streaming community. Tune in next week when this ages like milk and people end up reporting on his suicide via meth overdose. Another good example is Frogan, an anti-Semitic, terrorist, and pedophile apologist fat-ass mutant that totally isn't an industry plant. Ever since she popped up on my radar, she has attended a TwitchCon panel where she made an anti-Semitic Habibi streamer tier list, with Love's Sabra being bottom tier, and not so subtly referring to Israeli Jews, and Muslims being top tier. Is currently illegally broadcasting TV shows on her live stream while begging for money and subs. Made a cake of the World Trade Center. Is buddy-buddy with Hassan Piker, a documented animal abuser and stochastic terrorist that has platformed a member of the Houthi terrorist group, defended the October 8th attacks on Gaza, and incited death on Florida Senator Rick Scott. She herself has made justifications for the October 8th Hamas terrorist attacks on Gaza civilians, Hamas being the same terrorist group that raped women and children and killed non-combatant civilians. Said on stream that she hoped that veterans got PTSD and got denied their benefits. Uncritically platformed false narratives of Ethan Klein neglecting his kids and letting them live in squalor. She's also currently in a court battle with Ethan Klein after blatantly infringing Ethan Klein's copyright by acting as an alternative platform to view his videos without giving proper credit. And this terrorist pedophile apologist was given Rising Star of the Year twice in a row because Frogan totally isn't a failed industry plant. Buddy, that star ain't rising. It's not even plateaued. It's fucking cratering right now and begging its fans for subs and money while spending $120 on fake nails and DoorDash. There is no ascension in the room with us. How about instead of crying about how you make no money doing streaming, you get a real job and put the fries in the bag instead of begging your fans to pay your rent like a loser? Because your career as a streamer is cooked, especially once Ethan Klein wins that lawsuit against you. To conclude this chapter, the Streamer Awards rewards horrible people that have no place in society. Abusers, sexists, and terrorist apologists. They devalue themselves as an institution by giving a platform to these awful people. And Burnt Peanut is yet another example of that. Granted, on the surface level, not nearly as extreme as the previous examples, but still pretty bad. Chapter 3. Conclusion. I think it goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway. So what if a nasty gremlin-looking, rock-chewing cave dweller wearing a peanut costume won an award that has zero credibility? Is it really worth anyone's time getting angry over it? This guy reminds me of Ghost of 8, and that's not a compliment. A loud, annoying, obnoxious failed troll, and someone I really can't take seriously or really care about as a content creator. Let's also not forget that he was banned off of Twitch for using bigoted language, and they still chose him for Best VTuber, further devaluing the credibility of their council and the awards. Besides that, if he's this existentially fetid when he's on screen, I shudder to imagine what he's like off screen. I just know the ensuing Google Docathon will be a fucking bloodbath. And Burnt Peanut, if you're watching this, which I doubt, and if you're just going to say I'm coping, if literally any other candidate for Best VTuber won, that award would hold the same amount of weight in their hands as it would in yours. Hell, if I won that award, it would hold the same amount of weight in my hands as it would in yours. The truth is that people have lost their faith in award shows because they've become masturbatory, self-congratulating circle jerks of the elites in the industry. Their opinions and morals have all the integrity of spoiled milk. This whole drama regarding the Streamer Awards is the epitome of who cares. Once I finish this video, I will never speak of it again. That's how little it matters in the grand scheme of things. Bonus chapter: Iron Mouse. As of recent, apoetic ninnies interbreedable with homunculi with no alphabet, not even numerals, have started dogpiling on the former world record holder for most subs on Twitch, Iron Mouse. The two inciting culprits are Ray Asian Boy and Rakai, two obnoxiously loud cloud culture chasing apoetic swamp creatures that somehow managed to gather enough brain cells to gain the ability to livestream, but not the mastery of the English language. Rakai himself is a criminal that has been banned for reckless driving, theft, irresponsible behavior with fireworks, among many others. Ray Asian Boy received a ban for using bigoted language in a public space. Other than that, for the most part from my research, he has generally kept his nose clean, aside from being loud, annoying, and talking shit about Iron Mouse. Keep in mind, Iron Mouse wasn't perfect in this situation either, but I'm more inclined to side with her, because she has a few things going against her. 1. She has an immunodeficiency condition known as common variable immune deficiency. One of the symptoms, besides the obvious weakened immune system, is the tendency to shake, which is often caused by neuropathy, aka nerve damage, or vitamin deficiencies associated with gut problems caused by CVID. So to those of you saying she was shaking because she's fragile, you're right, but in the wrong ways. She's also socially stunted because CVID prevents her from going outside and socializing. All of her socialization is on the internet, so she is not the most socially intelligent person. One of her biggest problems is that she's too nice, and can generally come off as spineless and a people pleaser. One thing that people don't understand about people pleasers is that they're compulsively kind. They almost have no ability to say no. Does that necessarily excuse what she did? No, but it is certainly a reasonable explanation for what she did. Truthfully, she should have never engaged with these cretins to begin with, but hindsight is 20/20. But since this interaction happened, a lot of streamers and various drama-slurping personalities have crawled from the deepest pits of the gutter to dogpile on her. It should also be noted that Ray and Rakai have hate-farmed Iron Mouse in the past, along with their communities. So they aren't exactly buddy-buddy, and they aren't complete strangers either. So it isn't exactly what they said in the moment that had her all frazzled, it's the fact that she has a very negative history with these people. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't exactly be jazzed to have a couple of neurologically defective oxygen thieves that have ganged up on me in the past suddenly wanting to strike up a conversation with me. But if Iron Mouse isn't socially intelligent, IRL streamers are socially retarded. Everywhere I go, I hear her dogpilers say, "She said ask me anything," as if that's some free pass to ask boundary-stomping questions. Ask me anything, when asked by normal people, keyword being normal, it comes with the implied expectation of respecting social cues and boundaries. Ask me anything doesn't literally mean ask me anything. What's your social security number? Do you have big tits? Where do you live? Do you use the toilet when you go to the bathroom? How old are your children? Can I smell your dick? Obviously, these are all grossly inappropriate questions that have no place in a conversation, even in ones that feature the phrase, "ask me anything," unless explicitly stated as such. I'm autistic, which means my social skills are severely handicapped, but even I know this. If you're letting yourself get skill issued by an autistic person like me, what the fuck is wrong with you? One guy even said that if she didn't have her models, she would have never had her fans, which is fucking stupid. If she didn't have her models, she would still be a successful opera singer with a personality that people like. Someone even used Dream as an example. Dream is a horrible example because he was already a very unlikable person, a confirmed speedrun cheater, and generally someone that the internet fucking hates. Iron Mouse, on the other hand, while not my personal cup of tea as a streamer, I'm more of a fan of streamers like Smugalana, Cha-Cha Your V-Mom, Chibi-Doki, the list goes on. She still has redeeming qualities that endear her to her fan base. She's a talented singer, she's funny, and raises money for CVID charities. Meanwhile, most click-mongering flesh streamers don't have a single creative bone in their body. Most of these dime a dozen streamers only ever do two things: play video games and watch YouTube videos and call it reacting, while giving no meaningful commentary. As much as you want to cope and defend it, being a streamer that does nothing but play video games and watching YouTube videos is not creative. And just to further prove that the model is completely irrelevant to the creator, let's take a look at Cinder, a Hellhound VTuber with a very attractive model, especially the version with the dolphin shorts. It's also worth mentioning that she's actually quite attractive IRL. That still didn't stop the internet from fucking hating her after the things she did to Bao and her other friends, sabotaging events, reserving top-tier artists for themselves, and just generally being a toxic piece of shit. Everyone fucking hated her, including me. In fact, I'm responsible for this meme. So the whole argumentation that people just stick around for the pretty model is completely false. But that about wraps up this video. This is Revenge, and I hope to hear from you soon.
This concludes today's episode of Rev's Real Talk. If you liked it, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord server so you never miss a video, and be sure to check out Rev's music and merch stores, all of which will be linked in the description below.